Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.
Hi, welcome to Pybus Market, one of my favorite places in town. Standing here with one of my favorite people, Blair McCaney. I invited him to be on the show today. We're filming at Pybus because I am leaving on the Don't Wait tour this Monday. We're filming it on Friday. You can watch the show. You'll be watching it on Wednesday, I guess. I leave on a 7-state, 6-week tour interviewing people about their Don't Wait stories, but we'll get to more of that. So thanks for being here.
I'm so glad to be here, kicking off this tour. 6-week, 7-week tour?
6 weeks, 7 states. 6 weeks, 7 states, yes. So I wanted to have you here today because when I think of people who are living don't wait kind of lives, that's to me is people who are not waiting to live their purpose, who find enrichment and excitement and fulfillment in their lives, and you came to mind.
Thank you. And that is what we always try to bring forth in our employees and our projects is kind of, we always define everything by core purpose, and our core purpose statement becomes kind of what we design through is the core purpose statement for both our clubs and our software business as well. We do, yeah.
Well, I should mention that Blair owns Works Gym, formerly Gold's Gym. And how long have you had these businesses?
35 years in Wenatchee Valley, and we've been across the street from Pybus for 25 years. So some 20 years later, we look really brilliant at this point.
That was all planned.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking with someone the other day. Who was it? I think it was Rufus Woods, who owns the Wenatchee World, and we were talking about this community, and I was saying how we don't have to live in a big city to really live the life we want to live. I've built a career here. You have built a career here. What is your advice to people who live here but think they have to be somewhere else to be who they want to be?
Well, I think you have to have some entrepreneurial spirit, depending on what kind of lifestyle you want to lead and how risk averse you might be. And I think the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well in this valley. And you see it right here. And the people that are kind of the don't wait for me is constantly about taking risk, and I don't mean like huge risk that I can burn the house down with anything, but I think that's a huge part of it. But you have to be willing to take some risk. You have to be willing to. It's okay to be devil's advocate and be a realist when you are trying to figure out a way forward. But at some point, you have to put that aside once you've done all analysis and say, this is what I'm going to do, and then be willing to diverge from plan in order to reach objective.
That's a very good line. Say that again.
Be willing to diverge from plan in order to reach objective.
Well, I wanted to have you here also because when I was launching the Don't Wait project, you were one of the businesses I went to for help. I went to people in our community, businesses, organizations, and said, I have this idea for this Don't Wait project. I didn't really know what it would become. I thought I would be helping raise money to bring Don't Waits to fruition for people, and what it's become really is storytelling, telling about people's Don't Waits and helping motivate people to think about life that way. But you were one of the sponsors who helped launch this. So I just wanted to thank you and have you here and acknowledge that, and 7 years later, it's going really well.
So I'm so proud of you. And by the way, storytelling is how we create culture, and the stories you're telling are creating a culture. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, and we'll be back in just a moment with a few other guests here at Pybus Market.
Are you wanting high-speed internet but don't have access to PUD fiber? Try Sky-Fi high-speed wireless internet from LocalTel. Call 888-8888 today.
Hi, thanks for joining me, Lisa Bradshaw here at Pybus Market still. We're here celebrating the launch of the Don't Wait Project Tour, the nonprofit I founded in 2011. Have some special guests here today. I leave Monday. You'll be watching the show on Wednesday. So let's see. I think I'll be heading to Vancouver, Washington by then. And McKenna's joining me. This is McKenna Schwab. You might know her from
the Max Fire Foundation.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So the Max Fire Foundation is the foundation that I founded over a year ago to help me continue to raise money and help inspire kids like me with serious medical conditions. And I've been able to start kind of doing this philanthropic work since 2011, and we've been able to make it and expand it this last year.
So we both started in 2011.
Yeah.
What a coincidence. So we are here at Pybus Market. I have the camper behind me, but we'll show you that later. And I wanted to have McKenna here because along the tour I'll be telling stories in cities throughout the 7 states that I visit. And McKenna is our Wenatchee story. And she's our Wenatchee story because I met her when I did a special for Make a Difference Day. And I was so impressed with her, I said, why don't you do my promos? You're so good at it. And she nailed it, and she's articulate, and she's fun and smart. And she's raised, with gifts and cash donations, about $1 million for Seattle Children's.
Yeah, we've raised around, like she said, within toys and raising money, around $1 million through the Max Fire Foundation for Seattle Children's and for Camp Corey, which is a camp for kids like me with special medical conditions.
So we get to go as part of the tour. We leave Wenatchee Monday morning. I'm looking at you. I know the schedule too. I'm like, right? We leave Monday morning. We leave Monday morning and we head to Seattle Children's, and they have a whole afternoon planned for us. I get to meet McKenna's medical staff, her support team. I get to see all the impact. I get to see the impact you've had there. So tell me some of the things I'm going to get to see.
So you're going to get to see a lot of my doctors that have literally saved and changed my life, and I would not be here without them. And hopefully we're going to get to see the low radiation x-ray machine.
We do.
We do? Awesome. So we're going to get to see that, and we raised money for that 2 years ago. And it's a low radiation x-ray machine, so the radiation exposure for kids taking place, had the x-rays in the EO system, is like walking out in the sun.
So it's for kids like McKenna and other kids who have medical conditions have to have frequent x-rays, and that's a lot of radiation buildup over your lifetime.
Yeah, it is. So it's a way safer way to get x-rays and really good pictures so the doctors can see what they're doing.
So tell us how you were instrumental in bringing that forth.
So the EO system was something that I had heard about through my doctors, and I thought that that was really cool and hoped that we could help bring it to the hospital. And after one of my Make a Difference Day projects, we got a national award, and with that came a $10,000 grant, and we put that towards the EO system. And from there, we've just helped build support for the EO system and build funding. And through the orthopedics department and partnering with them, we've finally been able to get it, and it's been functional for a few months now, and I've actually gotten to use it, and it's so amazing. It's super cool.
Well, I'm very excited to meet your entire team over there, and they were giving me directions today, and I said, oh, McKenna will get me there okay. I don't know where I'm going, but she'll get me there. So I'm excited, and thank you for taking the first leg of the trip with me. It's an honor to have you included.
Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. This is so amazing, Lisa.
When we come back, I'll be talking with a couple of more people, and including someone who's close to McKenna's heart in just a moment.
For all the latest news in North Central Washington, go to ncwlife.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-2020.
We're back. I'm Lisa Bradshaw here at Pybus Market, kicking off the Don't Wait Project Tour, which starts Monday. You'll watch the show on Wednesday, and I will have left with McKenna on Monday, heading to Seattle Children's for the first Don't Wait story, kicking off the 7-state, 6-week tour. So now McKenna, you might remember she was on my Make a Difference Day show, and she also did my show promo because she's so good at it. So I just went ahead and gave her a mic, and she's going to be my co-host today. And here we have Dr. Ping from Wenatchee Pediatric Dentistry. And he's a good pal of McKenna's, and he's been instrumental in fundraising and supporting her efforts in our community. Thanks for being here.
I'm so happy to be here.
So McKenna's mom warned me that you two giggle and laugh and have lots of fun, and that's good. We want you to have fun on the show, but I really want to hear about how you guys became friends and how you got involved with McKenna's efforts. So give him the mic, and then he'll, yeah.
So McKenna, I was lucky enough to have McKenna as one of my patients, and I think you started with us when you were maybe 7. And I think maybe on your first or second visit, probably your second visit, you just out of nowhere came to me and said, I'm going to do a project, will you help? And I said yes.
What was the project?
So that year I remember I came in and I was like, what are you guys doing for Make a Difference Day? And he was like, I don't know, what are we doing? And so through that we kind of came up with ideas of what we wanted to do. And that year we did a toy drive and we collected around 500 toys for Seattle Children's Hospital. And
Keep that in front of you. There you go.
yeah, so we collected around 500 toys for the hospital, and we did the Red Wagons that year too, right? No.
That was the next year.
Her mom's off camera too, so she's basically, you guys have done a lot of projects together since then.
I couldn't have done it without him. Like my mom said, we have a lot of good times, but he's super awesome and he is so supportive of everything that I want to do. And 1 year I'm just waiting for him to be like, yeah, no more. But he never has, and he's always like, yeah, okay, let's do it. How can I help? And
so you have your choice of what you do in the community, so why McKenna?
Why not McKenna? I mean, it's pretty hard to resist this girl. I mean, she was 7 years old when she first came to me, and turning 8. And she just had this confidence about her, and she said, I want to make a difference, and this is what I'm going to do. And it was so easy to jump on board with that. And every year, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's really inspirational. So she can say all she wants that we were a big part of it. We didn't do a whole lot. We're just trying to say yes to her and do whatever we can to help.
So you have good company, McKenna, because you have like Dr. Ping and Chris Pratt. That's the company you guys keep.
They're both pretty cool. I don't know who's cooler.
So tell us about the Chris Pratt part. So some people don't know that.
So yeah, I met Chris Pratt through the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Pratt, the Jurassic Park.
He's in Jurassic World, Guardians of the Galaxy. He was on Parks and Rec, and my wish was that Chris Pratt would help me with the service projects that I do. And so I met him a few years ago in November, and we just bonded and we created an idea of what we could do to help the hospital. And around a year ago, he launched a CrowdRise campaign for the opportunity to go meet him on set of Jurassic World 2 in Hawaii, and all the funds that came in through the raffle that you could enter to get the prize, all of the money went to children's, and we raised over $800,000 for the hospital.
What was your goal? What did you think you might raise?
I didn't really have a goal, but I remember like watching the numbers go up and being like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I did not think
What was the time frame for raising that much money?
A little over a month.
That's incredible. That's amazing. And he's been great about the whole thing, right? It wasn't just that. You guys still are communicating and maybe coming up with more ideas.
Yeah, like you said, we're still communicating, and he's still a really good friend, and I feel really blessed to be able to call him that.
So,
I got a signed poster, so that's cool. So now I feel special. Yeah, thank you for that, by the way. Yeah.
Dr. Ping is special.
Yeah. And the punchline?
So the other reason I wanted to have you here, Dr. Ping, McKenna and her mom talk about you a lot and how much they appreciate you and what a great relationship you and McKenna have. But I also wanted to thank you, and I had Blair McHaney on earlier. He was also one of the founding sponsors of the Don't Wait Project. I came to you about a year after you opened your practice and said, I have this idea, can you help? And you did. And I really wanted to thank you for taking a shot on somebody you didn't know, and it was just an idea, didn't know what would come of it. So I just wanted to thank you publicly for that.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, it's been a good ride this whole time, just having the community support and people like Dr. Ping who are willing to help McKenna, and people like me follow the dreams, live big lives, and not wait around for it. So we're gonna go to break, and we have a few more. I have one more guest to have on the show, and then I'll take you guys on a tour of the handy dandy camper I'll be going on. And I want to mention also in this community, Town Toyota is the umbrella huge sponsor of this entire endeavor, and Apache Camping Center in Everett provided the camper with the help of Town Toyota. So I just wanted to thank them as well, and come back and give you a tour and have one more guest. We'll be back in just a minute.
Is your vehicle in need of a quick oil change or tune-up before hitting the road this summer? Stop by Quick Lube and Tune, the home of the good guys at 610 South Wenatchee Avenue.
Hi, we're back at Pybus Market still. I'm Lisa Bradshaw, and we are talking about the Don't Wait Project Tour, which kicks off on Monday. You'll watch the show on Wednesday. I will have left Seattle, heading toward Vancouver, and then Oregon. So I'm going on a 7-state tour over 6 weeks. I have this beautiful camper that I get to take with me, and Town Toyota has been very generous to support the entire endeavor, and Apache Camping Center in in Everett provided the camper. So I'll give you a tour on it in just a minute, but right now we're here with Jill Terrio. Did I get it right? And we are talking about how we met and also her involvement in the community, and she brought a little gift for me. So I just wanted to welcome you on the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So
I'm
we were
excited for your journey.
Thank you. So yeah, I got a Facebook message from you a couple months ago saying you were making a gift for me, but we won't tell people what it is quite yet. So I wanted to have you here so you could show your talents. So we met through, I think, when I was doing community service on the radio.
Yeah, that's right, PSAs.
Yeah.
And I came
Quilt
down,
show?
I came down and introduced myself, I think, just because you sounded interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. And then we had lunch a couple times. I met a lot of friends that way, just being involved in the community. This community is so good for that.
Yeah. Well, and I like what you're doing. It speaks to my heart.
So talk a little bit about, well, you also did some PSAs about quilting, about the quilt show and things like that. So tell us about your involvement in that.
I've been involved with the Quilt Guild here in Wenatchee for 25 years, and we do a lot of our own quilting, but we also do a lot of community quilting. We quilt for the hospital, we quilt for comfort quilts, we give away a lot of quilts, and I'm involved in setting up the quilt show every year. We have an annual quilt show at the Town Toyota Center.
When does that take place?
It's usually in October, but we're moving it to August. So
I bought a really beautiful quilt there that became an heirloom. Of course, that's what they are. That's what you hope they become, right?
yes, if somebody gives you a quilt, don't put it on a shelf. Use it until it's threadbare.
Well, I have to confess, I haven't always used all of mine, but that gave me thought, because one of the things I say about the Don't Wait Project, it's don't wait to do this, don't. And I said that on the last tour I did my car. I said, don't wait to use your grandmother's china. So don't wait to use that quilt.
That's right.
That's right. So what's the longest time it's ever taken you to make a quilt?
I have one that's unfinished that I have probably been working on for 20 years.
My mom has one too. She's around here somewhere.
No shame. But I have others that I finish in a week. So.
And what's the biggest?
Oh, the biggest, probably a king size that I did for the play, The Quilters, when it came to town. I got to be in charge of doing the finale quilt for that play, and it's one of my prized possessions.
And how long did it take?
Well, I had to do it quickly. It took less than 2 months. But it was
What kind of hours goes into something like that? I mean, I just want people to understand the effort that you make into a quilt.
probably 40 to 80 hours if you did it nonstop. It's really hard to judge.
Well, so let's see the goodie that you brought me.
I made you a quilt.
Okay, so
I-
take that.
I expect it to come back dirty, washed,
Used.
and used.
Okay.
Okay?
And
it's
tell us
just-
about how you matched it.
Well, I tried to match it by looking at your pictures on your website of your car, and I got kind of close, but your interior is a little softer and more feminine, and
I think this is perfect.
well, open it up. I'm kind of a modern quilter now, gotten away from traditional. Just pull it off. Just pull it off. I've signed it on the back so you know who made it.
Now, I don't have to share this.
No.
That isn't one of those traveling quilts,
No,
right? I get
this
to
is
keep
yours.
it?
So read the back.
Oh, okay. It says, made for Lisa Bradshaw, Don't Wait Project 2018. And then it has by Jill Terrio.
So you
Got it
won't
right.
forget where you got it and the date you left.
Very cool.
Okay.
Oh, wow. There's a whole inside. I would have been happy with the white. This is amazing.
So it's a little brighter than your interior, but you can use it on your lawn chairs to snuggle up on a cold afternoon.
Wow. This is terrific.
I'm glad you like it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I thought about you and prayed for you as I made it, so.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Please join us weekly for the 12th District with yours truly, Carrie Condata. Check your channel guide for times or go to ncwlife.com for details.
I'm back here with Dr. Nodder, Dr. Dave Nodder. Most people know him in our community as the phenomenal retired oncologist from Wenatchee Valley Medical Center, now Confluence Health. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I invited you to stop by because you're literally probably my favorite person in this whole town besides my kid. And you didn't ever treat me, but you treated me so well. You were my follow-up doctor.
I was.
And you're the first guy who made me feel like I was cured. And that's gone a long way for me, so thank you.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. It was 14 years ago.
About 14, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm still here. I raised my kid. He's in college.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So, but anyway,
Yes.
tell us just, we last time he was on my show, we ended up doing 2 whole shows. So you have 1 minute to tell me what you're up to.
Well, grandkids.
Yeah.
Actually, I stopped going to Alaska to do temporary work. I stopped working at Confluence in hospice because I got 5 grandkids and they live Western Washington. I need to be with them.
So you're officially
So,
retired.
yes, I said to myself, don't wait any longer.
To retire.
No, it's really, well, you know, I love medicine, but the grandkids,
Right.
you know, that's where it is. That's where I should be. It's a new horizon.
Yeah, my mom and my dad are pretty clear about the fact that the grandkids kind of are a bigger deal than their kids.
Yes,
I can't
it's
imagine it, but I'm told it's true when it happens.
Yeah, you will imagine it. You will see it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome. Thank
I'm
you
going to
for asking
give
me.
everybody a little tour of the camper, and
Okay.
then we're going to finish up the show, and I'll show you the kitchen.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you so
You
much.
are very courageous. You do a wonderful job.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Okay.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Are you wanting high-speed internet but don't have access to PUD fiber? Try Sky-Fi high-speed wireless internet from LocalTel. Call 888-8888 today.
So we are wrapping up the show here at Pybus Market. I really want to thank Steve Robinson and the rest of the team here for letting me have the launch party to the Don't Wait Project Tour, which happens Monday. I leave for Seattle with McKenna Schwab, heading to Seattle Children's, and then have stories scheduled throughout the 7 states I'm traveling in 6 weeks' time. Also want to say huge thank you to Town Toyota for supporting this entire endeavor and for negotiating a really sweet deal with Apache Camping Center in Everett for this camper. Take a look. So I have quotes all over my house, and so this is my home away from home, so I have quotes all over my home here. I had an idea for this a couple of years ago that I wanted to maybe build a tiny house and travel, and the version has changed a lot in my mind over the months, and it came to this. It's about 8 months in the making. It has air conditioning, TV, like you can see. We're going to show you in the kitchen in a second. But the goal of the Don't Wait Project is to travel to these states, interview people about their Don't Wait stories, people who are living purposeful lives no matter the obstacles, and sharing those stories and hopefully helping other people feel inspired to live Don't Wait lives as well. So come on over here, I'm going to show you the kitchen. Okay, so here's the kitchen. My mom got me these little salt and pepper shakers. This is from my house, this is from my house. I just wanted to make it as homey as possible while I'm on the road, but this is a fully functioning refrigerator or freezer. Microwave, there's a water pump under there. As you can see, there's no shower, but I'll be camping at campsites, so I'll get cleaned up somewhere along the way. So this wraps up the show. Thanks again for watching. Follow it along the tour. Don'tWaitProject.org. I'll be blogging. You can also watch it on Life with Lisa Bradshaw each week. I'll be sending footage back to Rachel to edit and show some of the stories we've been telling. There are people waving to me here. So anyway, this is where I'm sleeping. Thanks for being here. Goodbye.
Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.